Mississippi State!
In Mississippi, the cowbell is a staple at Bulldog home football games. But the cowbell is also a musical instrument that has been used by many popular bands. From Led Zeppelin to the Rolling Stones. These songs predate the now famous More Cowbell sketch on Saturday Night Live, which aired in 2000.
Blue Oyster Cult assembled in the recording studio, and luckily for us, the cameras were rolling.
The sketch was co-written by SNL cast member Will Ferrell in the recording of the song Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult. SNL's use of the cowbell only magnified its presence. The sketch stars actor Christopher Walken as music producer Bruce Dickinson and Ferrell, who wants to go against the band's wishes.
And if Bruce Dickinson wants more cowbell, we should probably give him more cowbell.
Say, baby!
The last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
Mississippi State University fans adopted the sketch as it is played on the video board minutes before kickoff at each home football game. Listen as the fans echo the actors.
Guess what? I got beer. And the only prescription is
In Mississippi, when it comes to the cowbell, many people think of MSU athletics, whereas those in other states may think of a bell cow, or the cowbell as an instrument in songs. WMSV Radio General Manager Anthony Craven knows of other universities and professional teams that have used the cowbell briefly, but nothing at the level as Mississippi State.
It really is unique, and the sound it creates, not just the decibel level, but the actual way that your ear interprets it, it's very unique. And if you aren't accustomed to it, it can be very jarring, which is probably the entire point of why it's used.
Craven is also the university public address announcer and sits behind those in the press box who play the music in the stadium. He says there is a strategy as to what song to play and when to maximize fan engagement during a break in game action.
They have figured out what songs have specific beats that work well for people ringing their cowbells to the beat of the song, and even have cultivated a selection of music that is conducive for that.
Outside of sports, the cowbell has played an important part in music history as well.
By far, my favorite, most memorable song using the cowbell is American Band by Grand Funk Railroad.
Steve Azar is an American singer, songwriter, and guitarist who is widely considered the music and culture ambassador for Mississippi. Azar is a friend of Grand Funk Railroad drummer and producer Don Brewer.
I got to know him pretty dang well when touring with Bob Seger in 2006 and 2007 on the Face of Promise tour, as he was the drummer for the Silver Bullet Band on that run. Great guy, crazy talented, and to me that song just wouldn't have been the same without using the cowbell. Next to a Mississippi State football game, that's the coolest I've ever heard it sound.
Anthony Craven says there are many classic rock songs that feature the cowbell.
But maybe our attention is not drawn to it until someone points it out. I had one of those moments of, I had forgotten that they used the cowbell so prominently in this song, where the cowbell is used either in conjunction with the drum beat or in some cases is actually used instead of a kick drum or is used as the drums.
David Northrup is a drummer who has performed with Boz Scaggs, Winona Judd, and Rick Derringer.
One of the things that sticks out why the cowbell has played a significant role in some rock and roll music is the tone of the instrument itself. It has a piercing but not a harsh tonal characteristic, and as a result, it can be easily identified in a track.
Mississippi State University professor Barry Hawes teaches a class on the history of rock and roll. He says the cowbell played an understated role in Blue Oyster Cult's song Don't Fear the Reaper.
The band has said they actually love the Saturday Night Live skit, and that song, it came from their spontaneous moment in the studio where the producer David Lucas grabbed one and started hitting it during the recording.
As a result of its popularity, more cowbell became a pop culture catchphrase. The Saturday Night Live sketch, now more than 20 years later, is recognized by Rolling Stone as one of SNL's top 10 all time. But Craven says that was not the original intent.
Their sketch making fun of VH1's Behind the Music series and actually poked fun at Blue Oyster Cult, Don't Fear the Reaper. I think from there, the cowbell being featured in songs, maybe folks became more aware of it because of the popularity of that sketch, even though it was totally meant to be a one-off joke as part of one episode, almost a throwaway sketch, and it became this cult phenomenon.
Hey, wait! Stop. Bruce, could you come in here for a second, please?
That was going to be a great track. Guys, what's the deal?
Are you sure that was sounding okay?
I'll be honest, fellas, it was sounding great, but I could have used a little more cowbell.
It's all part of the cowbell culture, a small instrument with a big impact as a fixture in American music, sports, and popular culture. For WMSV, I'm Terry Likes.